Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to drop your hot takes in the comments, because we're diving into the non-stop, round-the-clock world of Love Island's voice of reason and pure chaos. Iain Stirling. Love Island may be all glitz, bikinis, and bombshell drama, but behind the scenes, it's fueled by 6-hour writing sessions, late-night voiceovers, and zero sleep. At the center of it all, Iain Stirling, the Scottish comedian behind the cheeky narration for both Love Island UK and Love Island UCA, just revealed the brutal truth about his double-duty schedule. And spoiler alert, it's not just sipping pina coladas while watching people couple up. In an exclusive sit-down with E! News, the 37-year-old dropped the full itinerary, and it's a wild one. Stirling starts his day at noon, recording Love Island UK from around 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., but that's only phase one of his day. After 6 hours of writing and narrating for the Brits, he taps into dad mode. He told E! News, "Then I do my dad duties, spend time with my wife, bit of dinner, bath times, bedtimes, that sort of drill." Yep, in between roasting Islanders and crafting some of the funniest quips on TV, he's giving bubble baths and doing bedtime stories. Because before he returns to the mic, he's also on parenting duty with his 4-year-old daughter, Stevie Ray, whom he shares with wife and former Love Island UK host Laura Whitmore. Once the bedtime routine is locked in, it's back to work. Stirling jumps back in the booth from 8:30 p.m. and keeps going until around 2:30 a.m., this time voicing Love Island USA. That's a 14-hour day, every single day. And when it's all said and done, there's no sleeping in. Then I go to sleep, and whenever the children decide they're up, I'm up, he shared. And then we make a coffee, and we go again. No glam, no entourage, just endless voiceovers, diaper duty, and gallons of coffee. But here's the kicker. It's not just talking into a mic. Stirling's job involves a whole lot more than reading lines. He actually writes most of the material himself. Every punchline, every sassy remark, every viral moment, it usually starts with him. The writing is 90% of the time, Stirling explained. Recording it is fine. Talking a few sentences out loud is easy. But when you're thinking about something funny to say about Nick Vanstenberg and Sierra Ortega, who are having their 55th chat of the series, that's when it gets tricky. And if you've ever wondered how he keeps those one-liners so sharp across two entirely different versions of the show, it's because he knows what works. Stirling says he thrives on flipping context, taking what you see and twisting it just enough to make it hilarious. He shared his favorite kind of joke, saying, "I like the jokes where I change the context of what's happening in the scene." One classic example? When contestant Huda Mustafa was rocking a face mask and Stirling cracked that it was actually his missing jar of Nutella. It's that perfect blend of deadpan humor, savage accuracy, and British wit that's turned Stirling into the true star of the franchise. And don't expect him to slow down anytime soon. Stirling is now bringing his talents to the stage. He's officially going on the road with Iain Stirling Live, hitting New York and Los Angeles this October. And yes, it'll include more behind-the-scenes Love Island stories. I might do a Love Island Q&A or something at the end, he teased. Because it feels absolutely mad to not do something of it, right? Mad indeed. Fans can expect more insider tea, exclusive backstories, and maybe even some of the best lines that didn't make the final cut. And if you thought Stirling's voiceovers were unfiltered before, wait until you hear him live on stage. No censors, no producers, just pure Iain. Despite his heavy workload, Stirling clearly loves what he does. And even with 2 shows, a stand-up tour, a wife, a child, and basically zero sleep, he still shows up every night to deliver the perfect line about a bombshell doing bits under the duvet. It's proof that narration isn't just a background job. Stirling is the voice of Love Island, literally and tonally. His voice is the soundtrack to Casa Amor Madness, explosive recouplings, and I've Got a Text, moments that set the internet on fire. And while most viewers just hear his voice, Stirling's day-to-day is anything but invisible. He's writing, rewriting, tweaking, and crafting jokes on a loop. And because Love Island is shot and edited nearly in real time, his window for working on the script is tight. That's why the 6-hour writing block for each show is so crucial and so intense. He has to watch footage, come up with jokes on the fly, and thread them into a voiceover that feels seamless, funny, and just the right amount of savage.